Hello everyone, Robert Saunders here with Dell Technologies again, continuing another demo session here around Blueprint Assist or Dell Automation Studio or Blueprint Assist enabled by Dell Automation Studio. Now we're going to start talking about how we actually start putting together these blueprints. How do we write the proper spec? How do we plan for it? How do we iterate on it using our local machine? And then eventually with the next demo we'll do, we will take that blueprint that we build in our local environment, we'll upload it to an orchestrator and we'll run it successfully. So there's 5 artifacts here. Each one narrows the next. This slide is very important. We have a constitution file as part of my team. That's a construct around spec int. Whatever kind of specification guidance your company uses is perfectly fine. We call it the constitution file. The spec is built then following principles from the constitution file. That's how we plan it out. And then the tasks, and then the code. And we give all of this spec to Blueprint Assist to build out the actual blueprint. So let's see how this works here in practice. This is fundamental here. This is how you do things in the best, most efficient way possible. So again, I'm starting from the Devon Desktop IDE, and I'm saying here, show me the constitution file for the blueprint authoring from the spec kit reference, and I have it inside a repository here. So it's going to go out and it's going to read that constitution file, and I'll scroll back up here in a second, but it's telling me about the core standards that we have inside of this constitution file. Again, this is what kind of regulates and it keeps the, let's call it the AI engine when it's building out the blueprint on the rails. It's good to have one there. It provides governance. It provides it keeps everything perfect and patterned how you want blueprints to be built 100%. You can read there the principles, the user experience and the workflow constraints, trust, architecture and HA, and then the code quality and repository standards. You can put all of that and it's repeatable, and then your team shares something like that so everything stays consistent. So I have a consolidated spec here that I've already pre-written. So let's go ahead and query that spec. It's sitting in the repo there. I'll scroll back up, and here I said, how DPA or DAP BPA uses this spec. It's a consolidated spec, and that's key, especially the word consolidated. You want your specifications concise, to the point, not overly verbose, because everything costs tokens when you're using these AI tools. So you can see the spec line talks about it's a Windows server that's going to be built here from a template. It takes inputs. It takes a catalog template from reference. There it is right there. So for reference, on automation.dell.com WAC catalog, you can see the catalogs that Dell provides as templates, as building blocks. So you can use Blueprint Assist to build out these quite detailed blueprints of complete automation from infrastructure all the way out to DevOps. So we provide you the building blocks to get going really, really fast. And then of course, there's that where I have the zip right there. It's sitting out in CTemp. I left it out of the repo just for this demo because I wanted to make sure we kept it outside, and that's perfectly fine to do. And then of course, linting when it's all done, what does that mean? That means going through and checking everything, making sure everything's consistent, cleaning up any markdown, cleaning up everything that doesn't go against the constitution file or the proper spec. That's done usually at the very end, and you'll see that. So now I'm going to build a blueprint from that specification that was authored. Again, we took the time to author the specification to get it right. Teams can go back and forth. I do this with some of my peers right now. We trade specs around until we get it right and we're good with it, and then we go build the blueprint. So AI is going to put this to-do list together. It's got 7 steps. It's going to research. It's going to look at that catalog template reference that I had in the CTemp directory. It's going to build it out. It's going to use an icon because I always like to have icons. It's going to lint until errors found until it doesn't find any more. And then it's going to validate node properties against the plugin schemas, and then a quality checklist at the very end. So it put all this together from the spec that we gave it. Now we're going to let it go to work. This is a good time to get some coffee, maybe a glass of water. And we're going to review all this here in a little bit. I fast forward all of this. It takes probably, if I remember correctly, 3 to 4 minutes for this to fully build itself out. There's a lot going on here, and you can always scroll back up and read this at any time Once I get to the final output here, I will definitely scroll up and show everything that it finally built. You can see there, the to-do list is going through. We're on the 5th step of 7 right now, so we'll let it keep going. It sees some warnings. It's working through the linting. There's some line feed issues. Of course, all of that's taken care of for you, using Blueprint Assist and all the rich skills that are loaded as part of the tooling. So it looks like it's about done here. All right, so what I built, the AI is telling me what it built. So a multi-file Windows VM for vSphere Blueprint, and it put it out over there in the target folder. You can see it over there on the left inside this repo because that's where I wanted it to go. That's what I said in the spec. Yep, there we go. It put it right there. The design decisions that it made from researching the template that I shared that I pulled from automation.dell.com web catalog, went through a quality checklist, and then some verification status. That is pretty cool. My blueprint is ready to go. Now I can run these extra steps if I'd like here. I can generate the blueprint structure. I can relint if I would like. I can validate it. And I can also, this is a good one, verify its constitution compliance. So let's just rub it up against our initial constitution and see if anything was missed. Because again, we always want to make sure the AI is correct, so we need to always check it. We should never just blindly accept what it's going to be giving us here. So secrets handling, that's compliant. There's some subsections there it's referencing from the constitution file. That's great. The input structure, also compliant. It sees one gap there. That's probably not going to hold us up for a deployment, so we're going to keep going. Again, it's always good. We can fix that later. We can always reverse it back into the spec too. The node types, compliant, that's good, following those subsections in the Constitution. Again, you can probably see how all this glues together now, all these pieces, and it's very repeatable. The file layout, compliant with a small minor deviation, it says. And there was some linting. Looks like with 0.27, there's some more drops, code drops coming. That's perfectly fine. And the blueprint is now ready to upload to the orchestrator. So I can do it from here, and that's going to be in the next demo. Thank you for watching.